what I am going to show you next might seem simple and basic, or maybe just not interesting, but it's really important. It's a key aspect of face painting. And I'm going to show you a small difference, although it's big, between two different types of paints. Now, let me tell you, in this world, there are not just two types of paint, and I mean based on ingredients. But today, I'm just going to present these two to you and the difference between them in just a small area with just one technique, and I mean line work. And it's really important because it will teach you how to be more attentive and how to pay attention to this little thing that makes a huge difference. And when we are using paint in face painting, it's crucial to be aware of the type of the paint that we are using. Because if you are watching a class and you are following the instructor's guidance, and you do everything that the instructor does, and you might end up not having the same result. And you will say, but I did everything that they did. Why my result is not the same? And many times it's because of the type of paint. A certain type of paint will require a certain technique or a certain approach towards activation and tool loading, brush loading, or sponge. So today I have two paints. One is soft and one is harder. Both are water-based. One has as the main ingredient glycerin and the other one has wax. And we will see the difference when we use them with a round brush. I will paint one on one side and the other one on the other side. And let me just show you. So we are going to start with the wax-based one. This one is from PXP, Party Explosion brand. And I am going to load my brush with it. And I do take my time because the paint needs to be activated. We are talking a lot more about paint activation, paint consistency, because there are different types of consistencies in face painting, and different techniques require different paint consistencies. So it's an entire world and science behind it. It's not just do two lines and one nose and you get a cat. That's why education in face painting is really important. So I have my brush loaded with white, and I'll do it here on this side, and the soft one, I will do it on the other one. And let me just create a simple swirl and a loop. And another one. The idea is not to necessarily create something perfect. It's just to show you the paint consistency and the results that you can get with it. So you can see I can create really fine lines. I'm not seeing properly anymore. But I can create delicate line work with it. Now let's take the other one, the soft one. And bear in mind, this one will be a fail, and it's intended to be that way. It's just to prove a point. So you saw me loading the brush with the other type of paint, and you saw how much time I spent doing it. And you saw that I haven't spent not even half of that time loading this brush, and look how it already looks. The brush shape is destroyed, and we have a really hard time controlling the tip of the brush. So when you are trying to do the same thing you do not get the same control. There is too much paint and the consistency is not right, is not helping me at all. So if I would want to use a soft paint, but let me tell you, this one is recommended to be used with a sponge. That's where it shines and where it is actually better than this one. So a different paint, different type of paint will require a different approach. So a different loading time, a different paint consistency. If I were to use it the way it should be used, I just need less time actually activating it because it's soft, it's already super easy to activate it. So basically I'll just add some water on the surface and I will try to obtain the right paint consistency, and the best clue that I have is just by looking at the actual brush and bristles. And I can also use the lid of the paint to do that because more layers of paint will get activated inside the container. So what I need is just to dilute this super creamy paint and to get to something similar to this one. And now I just reached the same good quality and consistency that I actually need, and I can try to be more delicate with my work. And yes, it works. But you can see as I go on, it loses the intensity, and that's normal because that is a glycerin based paint. So it will never be as opaque as this one. It will never cover a sponged base or different color base in a face painting design because the pigment is not as strong as with the other case, with the wax based paint. So that's just a characteristic of the paint. But when it comes to applying it for a skull design, let's say with a sponge, this one is perfection and so easy to use compared to this one. So they both have their strength in their own areas. So it's really important as face painters to pay attention to this, and really when an instructor is telling you, I am taking this type of paint, I am loading it, it needs more time for loading it up, or it needs less, and so on and so forth, pay attention to it because it's crucial, it's really important, and the overall effect, the results will be affected by this. So I hope it helps, and I cannot wait to see what you will create during the summit. Have fun learning and try to make the most of it.